Episode 34 of the Tool Bags Up Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Sebastian Caballero. New look here, new office, still getting things organized, but that's all right. We got a big weekend coming up. Got my boys here to talk about UFC 251 taking place in Fight Island for the first time out in Abu Dhabi. Got Nick Cruz, got Jake Meyer, got Frank Scavelli, and I got Chris Garcia with me. Fellas, what's going on?
Well, first most, thank you so much, Sebastian Caballero, for having us. Guys, I present you the first segment, the very first Ktfo episode 1. Me, Jake, Frank, Chris. We're going to go ahead and talk about big UFC 251 Fight Island, the first ever Fight Island ever, and ironically, the only sport going on right now. So we're going to go ahead and talk about, we have big news coming up this past weekend. We lose Gilbert Burns. We basically lost the main event, but substituted with a man.
If he did
not just save the card, he might have just made that card better. So, go out with you guys right now. Hey, what are you guys looking forward to this week? How's Saturday looking? What are you guys looking forward to?
Obviously, for me, I'm looking forward to Usman beating the dog shit out of Masvidal. Sorry, Miami boys, but you know what's about to happen. He's a 3-1 favorite. Look at the size on that man. He's not going to lose. He's got like a 12-fight winning streak, almost tied with George St. Pierre. It's over for your boy Masvidal. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on, dude. Just stop, bro. Just stop. Jake, do you want to elaborate on that? You want to back him up too while you're at it?
Hey, man, I'm with him on this one, man. He's too big, too physical, too strong. Masvidal stuck with 15 losses. Usman, walking high, fighting like a champ. I don't know if he's going to take him out.
What I see, man. Come on, Chris. Help me out right now.
I don't know if you guys know, but when those Miami boys are doubted, that's when they pull up with the biggest moments.
That's
so
like
you gotta baptize that fool, boy. You gotta baptize that fool.
I see a little knockout coming through right now.
I see Usman losing it right now, No better way to get a little taste of his own medicine than right now.
One favorite.
Like
Get out of here.
Come on, man. Hey, man, sometimes champions got to go down like that, man. So I think Usman's going to take it for the first time. But you know what? We'll go ahead. We'll get ourselves to that right now. Let's go ahead and start with the first big fight of the card. So we got Paige versus Amanda Ribas. I'm going to go ahead and just start and say that Amanda Ribas, she's up and coming. Paige is gorgeous. She's a good fighter. She's as tough as they come.
Gorgeous.
Last fight she broke her arm. But I'm going to go ahead and say Ribas comes out. She wins. That's my take. Black belt in judo, black belt in jiu-jitsu. Nothing better than I think this girl wins. She's a 9-1 record versus an 8-4 girl. I think Paige right now, I think her head is somewhere else right now. I don't know. That's my take. But I'm going to go ahead and just say Amanda Ribas is going to come around and she's going to take this win. So I don't know if you guys want to agree with me or not. But Amanda Ribas by decision, 3 rounds.
Nick, you hit the spot on. Amanda Ribas is a huge favorite going to UFC 251. She's got a 9-1 record. Vegas is putting all the money on her. I don't see why an 8-4 Paige Van Zandt, who's a plus 525 underdog, is going to beat Amanda Ribas. I think her head's elsewhere. She's been modeling for Sports Illustrated. Her husband's in Bellator. I could see her leaving. It's her last fight up, her last UFC fight on contract. I think it's the end for Paige Van Zandt.
I think this is going to be a good fight. I agree. Ribas is a great fighter. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, black belt, all that, up and coming, 950-point favorite, number 14 in strawweight. I do think that she is more skilled of a fighter than Paige, but I just think Paige has that toughness, that ambition, that drive. You can blow over all her social media, TV, other crap that she does with her career. But underneath, down in her skin, she's one hell of a fighter. Tough as nails, takes punches, dishes them. I think she's going to come out with it.
Yeah, definitely. Bro, I'm going to have to agree with Jake. Amanda has really good submission and takedowns, but Paige's striking is just on another level. I feel like if they stand up, Paige is just gonna tear her, and she's gonna win by decision in the third.
I guess we're just gonna have to wait till Saturday and see. All right. But I got a 2-2 split right here. I'm going with Amanda Rivas. Frank going with Amanda Rivas. Chris and Jay going with Paige. We'll go ahead. We're gonna see what's gonna happen this Saturday, definitely. So moving on, we got Thug Rose and we got Jessica Andre. Big rematch. I'm going with Thug Rose, man. I think her head is back to normal. I think she's off that mental, whatever she was going through. And I really feel like Thug Rose is back. I feel like Thug Rose is gonna get a big win. She was already, in that fight before. I think she was up, and she's just one big hit, man. And that's the thing about fights, nowadays. Sometimes you could just lose fights, and you could be winning the whole entire time, and then just a matter of one hit. I don't know if you guys ever saw the Cheap Congo fight that he's like about to get knocked out. He's just still stays in it, and not saying exactly similar to what happened, but it's just something that's what I feel like Jessica Andre got with. She got away with. She got a nice little slammed on her head, and that was it. That was the end of the fight. But I feel like Thug Rose is going to come out a lot better. She knows what to expect. She knows where Jessica Andre is going to go for, and I think Thug Rose knocks her out within if not the first round, second round. And then we got a big fight coming up. I'm saying for the future, big prediction is that I'm going to see Zhang and I'm going to see Thug Rose go at it because we already saw Thug Rose beat Joanna. Joanna just gave a hell of a fucking fight, probably the fight of the year, to Zhang. And, what better way to put somebody that beat Joanna against somebody that had a big fight like Zhang. So I honestly think that it's just perfect. Nothing more than the UFC would like. But definitely we're going to have to see this Saturday. But I got my call on Thug Rose. Rose Namajunas winning this big fight, all right? So, I think.
I'm going to have to agree with you on that one. Thug Rose, 200-point favorite. Vegas agrees. I agree. Rose loves to, get her submissions. She got that height. She got that reach. She got those victories in the past. And not else to say, Jessica has lost big titles in, big title defenses in the past. So who's to say that, that might be a recurring thing. You might not want to take that into account. But it's just something to think about. I'm going to have to go with Thug Rose here.
Well, I agree with both of you guys. I'm going to have to go with Thug Rose as well. I feel like she's such an overall good fighter. She could strike. She could defend, take down. She could go for like a submission on the ground. She's an overall fighter, and I just feel like she's going to come back for vengeance, and she's going to take the dub on this one.
I'm also with Thug Rose. If you look back at their last fight in last May in Brazil, Thug Rose was piecing her up on the feet in the first round. And in the beginning of the second round, she was doing the same too. Jessica Andrade does have the power on her, as we did see in the last fight. She can land heavy blows and, drop her on her head. But I think a focused Thug Rose is very dangerous for the women's strawweight division. And I got Thug Rose.
Poor old Thug Rose, going with that one, man. I think she's more technical. I think she's more skilled. And I think we'll see her hand get raised up this big Saturday. So go ahead, moving on to the next one. We got Peter Yan, Jose Aldo. I'm going to go with Peter Yan, man. I think that guy's going to rule the division.
Yes, sir.
He's going to go ahead, I think he beats Aldo within the first round. If not, second round, just TKO. I don't think Aldo can hang with a guy like that, especially that strong, especially with hands and that heavy as Peter Yan. I think Peter Yan goes ahead, beats Jose Aldo, takes Sterling in the next couple of months, and goes ahead and just takes down Sterling and just has his hand raised, and he's going to be the champion at the end of the day in that division. So I definitely see Peter Yan. I think he's just an immovable force, and I think he's just not going to be stopped for a while in that division, unless maybe Cejudo comes back, or who knows if that interests him, because, he's been back and forth with retiring and his little girlfriend, and, I really do see Peter Yan being the man in that division, and this Saturday he's definitely going to prove it. He's going to prove it quick, and he's going to prove it fast.
I think you hit the nail right on the head there, Nick. Peter Yan, his his boxing is world class, striking. Trains in somewhere in not Russia, but it's like a Japanese island where his Muay Thai striking is like off the charts. I really like Peter Yan in this fight. Speak for most of us. I think all those old 33 kind of worn down. McGregor kind of after that took his soul. I think. I don't think you never see Jose Aldo as a champion again.
Yeah, I definitely agree on there, man. I think Conor McGregor really just dropped that guy's career. Sad as it was, he was a good champion. I did like him. You know, I was rooting for him against McGregor. Just
He
throw
was,
that one out
guys.
there.
He definitely was.
And shit sucked. Shit sucked. You know, I never felt so passionate that I thought McGregor was going to lose that fight. And, you know, I bit my tongue with
13
that one,
seconds.
you know. So that's how I feel about it. But I don't think Jose Aldo is going to prove me wrong today, bro. I think he's definitely going to lose on Saturday.
Definitely. I'm gonna have to pick Peter Yan. It's definitely with you too. To be honest, I think the only person that would actually challenge him right now is, like you guys said, if Cejudo were to come back. But honestly, I don't see the love for the fight anymore from Cejudo coming back for, 135? I don't think he's gonna want to make that weight cut. So honestly, Peter Yan's gonna be the champ for a bit, and that's what I see happening.
All I got to say here is pressure, pressure, pressure. I even think, you know, straight up from a skill perspective, Peter Yan is more skilled than Jose Aldo is today. And combining that with, you know, the weight cut and, you know, you got less energy, you got less power. You're fighting someone who is more full, not cutting as much weight. And then, yeah, you add that pressure in, striking, movement, you know, it's just going to be way too much for Jose Aldo to handle.
I definitely agree, man. I think when you drop that weight, you kind of lose your chin a little bit. So I just see Peter Yan knocking Jose Aldo the fuck out, just like how we named this podcast.
Yup.
Exactly. So I
don't
really
feel the
just see it
performance
ending
is the
that quick.
same when you're cutting weight and all of that. I feel like the more
Yeah.
natural you are to the weight, man, the performance is gonna be there.
Of course,
Yeah,
of
man.
course. Cannot
Yeah.
agree anymore with you guys on that one. So now we move on to our next fight. Two big main events. I don't even consider this a co-main event. We're going to go ahead. We got Max Holloway versus Alexander Volkanovski. The big rematch. Wow, man. I'm pretty pumped about this one. Let me tell you, even if that fight didn't go up next with if Usman didn't get his challenger and his substitute, I was still looking forward to, because I know this is going to be a 5-round mayhem. I see Holloway pushing Volkanovski to the limit, but I think Holloway just can't hang with a guy as tough and as strong and it's just as built as Alexander Volkanovski. Alexander Volkanovski's got he chops your legs up, he hits you in the body, he's got power, he can knock you out, he could take you to the ground, he could drop you, and it's just a guy like that is just such a baller. You know, we've seen that with people like Khabib. We've seen people like, it's just like, you know, you're going to get suffocated against a guy like that. And I think Holloway is amazing. I'm a big fan of him, but as a man that is going ahead and I have to place my bet, I'm going to place it on Volkanovski. I think Volkanovski is the future of that division. And I think this Saturday, if it doesn't end in 5 rounds, in a decision, I definitely see Alexander Volkanovski ending Holloway in the later rounds, either by TKO or submission, because I think Volkanovski is just too strong for him, and he's got the cardio, he's got what it takes to go 5 rounds, and you know, and if he goes again and he just starts chopping his legs like he did in the first round, Holloway's not going to be as versatile and as agile as he was before. So if Max Holloway does not get off to a good start, if he doesn't start getting on him early and creating some noise, I see him ending early. I can definitely see that Frank right now is getting pissed off because he's like, come on. I don't agree with you, Nick. Shut the fuck up. So I'll go ahead and just point this one. Come on, Frank. I want to hear your take.
I respect the call out, but honestly, in Max Holloway's last 2 fights, he did start off slow. In his loss to Dustin Poirier, he started off slow. And his loss to Volkanovski, he also started off slow. I think the key to this fight is starting off quick, switching stances, avoid delayed kicks, hit him 1-2, pop in and out. And, you know, Max is one of my favorite fighters, so I'm always running with the blessed era. So I got Max in the decision. 3 rounds to 2. Let's go. Blessed era, baby. Let's fucking go.
Let's go. Come on.
Honestly, the only way I see Max winning is if Frank gives him a call and tells him how to start the fight. Because if not, I see it going the wrong way. So you
Hey,
guys
I'm
know I'm
great
going with
coach.
Volkanovski all day, man. I
Damn,
don't
Miami
see
boys
I
teaming
don't
up on
see
Frank right now.
It's all right. It's all right.
because man, I don't know, man.
Saturday, you guys are
Max,
gonna know.
the last two
Plus
fights,
arrow.
Max hasn't been the same, man. He hasn't been applying that pressure that he usually applies, like in the early rounds. And honestly, in the UFC, all the athletes are getting so advanced that if you're not applying it since early, man, you just won't be able to hang in there, man.
Yeah, I gotta agree with the majority here with Volkanovski. He's got that swag to him. He's on that 18 fight win streak. It's hard to knock a tough competitor off of that high road that he's on. He's strong. He can adjust to any style. Adjustments that Max Holloway makes. He's gonna be readjusting, combating that with his own twist on it. He sticks to the basics. He's got that clutch gene. He can grind. I just think that he's got a little bit over Max in this one.
I see Max winning this fight, and then Dana saying, "Oh, I want to do a trilogy in New Zealand," and then Max wins that left arrow.
Wow. So winning two back to back.
Hey,
We'll go to
all I'm
Cold
saying
Town.
is that, look, I know you live in Chicago. If Volkanovski goes ahead and he knocks him out, like I said, you better send me some fucking deep dish from Geno's East, man, all the way down over here, bro. That's all I'm
Hey, you
saying.
want Geno's or lose? Geno's or lose?
I'm a
No,
Geno's guy. I've always been a Geno's guy. I like Louis, but I don't know. I just love Geno's, man. I went Geno's. I got the meaty legend. I just fell in love
Send
with
it
it.
over.
So,
We'll heat it
Frank,
up
I'm
together.
holding you accountable, bro. You could go ahead. You could take your end of the bargain, whatever you want. Whatever you want here from beautiful sunny Miami. I'll go ahead
When I
and
come
send
to
you.
Miami, we'll go to E11, and you're paying.
Oh shit, dude, we're going to 11, bro. Oh my god, I
11.
got you, bro. Free admission. Don't even worry about it. I'll probably
All
lose my
right.
fucking bank account after that, but oh shit. Okay, now it's got interesting. Now it's crazy. Now we got Club 11 admission, and we got Gino G's deep dish pizza on the line. Fuck, man. If I swear to God, if I lose this fucking match, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed. Oh. All right, man. Guys, give it the drum roll, baby. Drum roll. This is the moment we've been waiting for all fucking night. Big. Gilbert Burns, unfortunately, steps out due to, testing positive for COVID-19. I see Gilbert Burns coming in. Don't worry about it. He's a young man. He's resilient. He's passionate about what he does, and I see him coming back to the championship. But there's nothing more than the UFC, than all the people, everybody wanted this fight already to happen, and it's just fate has just brought us all together within, what unfortunate what happened to Gilbert Burns. It sucks, I hope he gets better. I hope he recovers, and I know that he will be in that position once again very soon, but there's not a better time. There is not a better fucking time to see now Kamaru Usman go against the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend. Come on, baby, let's go! Jorge Masvidal, Dane Brett, let's go, bro. I got Jorge Masvidal knockout first round. If he doesn't throw a knee, he's gonna knock him out, baby. Let's go! It's gonna be big time. Let's go!
So biased.
Come on, Jake, light me up,
So
motherfucker.
biased.
Let's settle down.
13
here.
losses. He's got 13 losses.
13, 15.
Oh, come on.
15.
Light me up, bro. Light me the fuck up
Double-digit
right now.
loss. I couldn't tell you the last time Usman lost a round. Well, actually, the Kobe, but before that,
his last fight.
Usman is going to pick him up, slam him on his head, and maul him. His grappling is not on that level. He's going to wear him out. Those body shots he did to Tyron Woodley, he's going to do to Jorge Masvidal.
Yep.
You'll see. He's going to beat him up by the third round. He's going to be begging.
Tell him.
Feel like a
Tell
pig.
him. Yes, sir.
Hey, all I'm saying is that July 11th, mark your calendars, 7/11/2020, it's going to be a national holiday because when Jorge Masvidal baptizes Kamaru Usman and he breaks, just like he said, and I quote, I just want to break that motherfucker's face and get paid for it. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. He's going to prove all you guys wrong. We're going to come up in the next podcast, and then, you guys are not going to want to talk about it, And then when the welterweight championship comes up, this man is just the baddest motherfucker, and now he's the UFC welterweight championship of the world, undisputed. Come on, baby. Let's go.
I just want to say, you guys are crazy betting against a man that's going to be wired on cafecito, bro. On some Cuban coffee. You guys are asleep.
Come on, bro. I don't think they know about that
Crazy,
Cafecito
bro.
power, bro.
Come on, man.
Cafecito power is on another level, man.
Let's go!
Oh,
Never
man.
been more hyped up this year than now, baby. Let's go, bro. Oh my
Kamaru
God, bro.
Usman, easy all day. He might 50-40 for him. I swear. If it goes to a decision, it's not even gonna be close. Usman's gonna
Listen,
murder.
listen. The last big fight between a striker and a wrestler, what happened? Khabib.
This is all I gotta say,
McGregor.
baby. This is all I gotta
What
say,
happened?
man.
What
been a bunch of
happened
fights since
to
then, man.
McGregor? What happened to the best striker out there? What happened?
Jake, relax.
Hey, I say McGregor catches
Jay,
Khabib
relax.
one more time. It's a different story.
I don't know, man.
If
much
Kamaru
more-
Usman does not bring Masvidal down, it's fucking.
He's
It's all
gonna
hell
bring
for that
him
man.
down.
He's gonna bring him down. That's
He
no
better.
not even
Honestly,
He
a
better
question.
fucking
you
hope to
guys are
God.
doubting Masvidal's takedown defense way too much, man. You guys know that he's practicing his wrestling with probably one of the best people he could train with because he's bigger than Usman. He has more takedown than Usman, and he's been ready. You guys don't know this, but he's been getting ready for a while now. He already knew that he was gonna step in for like a miracle.
Who's he
And how
training
much more
with?
savage does it get than 6 days before, man?
And
He's just
he's
gonna come in
training
here.
with Bo Nickel.
Who's he? Oh, Bo. Yeah, I mean
Pause.
he's all right. He's pretty good.
What? He's like the number one wrestler in the damn country,
Yeah,
man.
I
You
would know.
it.
Yeah, I know.
But
You know.
but still, Usman gonna mull him. He's just
Oh,
too big,
man.
man. He's too big, too
He's too
strong.
big.
You saw what he did to T Wood. Like he's going to absolutely murk your boy.
T Wood don't got hands like a Miami
They said the
scrapper,
exact
boy.
same thing about
Matter.
Till and Masvidal.
Hey, there's nothing more. There's nothing more than fate, bro. Let me tell you, man. That man is he's a backyard fighter. He's not scared of anybody he walks into. Let me tell you, the pressure's on Usman at the end of the day. Yeah, he takes a fight on 6 days. Yeah, he knows he could probably win this fight. He's probably got the more talent, like you guys said. He's got the wrestler. He's got the suffocation when he goes ahead and he puts you against the cage and takes you down. But let me tell you, if that man does not take him down, he has to stand up in front of him for a little bit.
If is a huge word. That's a huge word right there.
Oh, and if is a big word if he's not taking him down. So I'm gonna go ahead and say Jorge Masvidal.
You keep saying if, man.
Oh man, if he takes him down, if he knocks him out. So we're gonna have to go ahead and find out this July.
He's not fighting
11, this Saturday.
This Saturday.
Nate Diaz. He's fighting the welterweight champion of the world, arguably the best ever welterweight.
Hey man, on Monday, next Monday when Jorge Masvidal is raising 2 belts on the Ariel and Hawani show, I'm just gonna go ahead and give you a nice little cough, Frank.
You know, I kind of hope you're
Don't
right.
think you're safe,
for my
Jake.
own self
I hope you're right.
because then you could do the Conor versus Jorge for the welterweight strap, and then
I see
but
it happening.
that's not gonna happen. It's not happening. I'm sorry.
It's meant to happen already, man.
It's fake, bro. Fake brought us this fight. It's gonna happen. Jorge Masvidal's gonna be your new UFC undisputed welterweight champion of the world.
Not
15
happening.
losses.
Come on. Oh man.
With the career he's had, man, you gotta lose some. You win some, you lose some. But now is when you win them, and you'll see Saturday.
He lost a third of his fights.
We got a 2-2 split for the main event. Oh fuck. Oh shit.
Let's put a little wager on this one too.
Oh, let's go,
okay,
man.
good.
Let's go. I'm gonna have to fucking buy you to what? Club Story now? You wanna go to Live? We'll go to Live. We'll go to Live.
You want to tell me a story?
We go to Live. Well, Jake, when Jake turns 21, I'm gonna take him out to Live. Don't even worry about it.
All right, bet.
All right, bet. All right, baby. We got obviously the Miami boys going. Jorge Masvidal. Chicago boys definitely going. Kamaru Usman.
Sir.
Big event this Saturday. I haven't been this hyped up for a UFC this year compared to what's about to go down this Saturday. So I'm very excited. I'm just ready to go. I can't wait to tune in this Saturday and just watch these fights. Hopefully everything goes through. Hopefully everything goes well. They keep the same fights they have right now, and I just can't wait. I cannot wait.
I just gotta say, man, you guys you're bashing Masvidal here for having 13 losses. He also has 35 wins, which is more than double what Usman has. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, dude. And again, the main fact, the X factor that we keep overlooking here is that Masvidal is from Miami, bro. Like I don't know, I don't know how many times I've had to explain this, bro. It's just he's a different breed, bro. We're a different breed down here, bro. So
Frank hates us, bro, but he just come on.
Come on.
Nah.
You'll see why.
But Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I'm a realist. It's not happening. It's not happening. I'm from Nigeria. Not happening.
Final thoughts right here, quick. You got 2 minutes.
So,
Us
first fight.
murders Masvidal. Stomps on his tail when he's unconscious.
He's not going to touch him.
I like it.
Masvidal's never even been finished like that. It's been so long since he's been finished. You think Kamaru Usman's going to do it? Kamaru Usman
gonna
couldn't even
taste
finish
it.
one. He couldn't finish a Woodley that wasn't even there. Yeah, he might have dominated him, but let me tell you, man, the way Masvidal came out this past year, he beat what? Knocked out Ashman. Yes, everybody wants to go ahead and just
Ben
you
Askren.
guys. You know what? Everybody hits his propaganda. Everybody hits his propaganda on Masvidal. You know, before anything, when Askren was undefeated, Askren was this fucking top-notch wrestler, and then now he gets knocked out. Now he sucks. Now he's not even a great fighter. You know, come on, bro. Give the man his credit. The man, he doesn't even know how to strike, and he was almost 2 fights away from fucking going ahead and getting a UFC title. So I see, you know, I feel like a lot. And then you know what? If nobody wants to pay attention to the Darren Till knockout. He fought a Darren Till. I say Darren Till would not. What? Darren Till has got it off. Darren Till's going to be a champion one day. Trust me. He's going to fight for the middleweight.
Tyron Woodley beat the dog shit out of Darren Till, and Kamaru Usman beat the dog shit out of Tyron Woodley.
He fought a 26-year-old Darren Till, man.
Yeah.
Darren Till's just been getting better
Darren
by
Till
the day.
needed that, man. He needed that to get a little bit of experience. That's it.
That's all he needed. That man stepped in a championship ring.
Had his ass kicked by Tyron Woodley, and Tyron Woodley got murdered, destroyed by Usman. Destroyed.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. We're going to have to see this Saturday. All right?
Yeah. All right, Nick. Okay.
All right, guys. That was a great first episode. Thank you guys for coming on. We'll talk next week.
Love you guys.
Stay tuned.
Usman gang.
Huge shout out to Nick Cruz, Jake Meyer, Frank Scavelli, and Chris Garcia. That was our new segment, KTFO, first episode with these guys. KTFO is just a separate segment for the Tool Bags of Sports podcast, covering only UFC, all the major events going down. These guys are going to be there. They're going to cover it. We have another episode next week just to kind of recap what happened over the weekend. As you guys saw, they had some very interesting picks there. Really looking forward to this weekend and how it turns out. But that's going to be all for this episode of KTFO, episode of the Tool Bags Up Sports Podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe on all platforms, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, our YouTube channel. Make sure you go ahead and you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Trying to hit a goal here, so go ahead and help us out in that way. Until next time, I'm signing off.